It's a beautiful color. Let me grab another lid. And then I will put in a new lid to get a couple of more new lids to get heated up. Down in our pot of hot water. Grab our next one. Whoops, we forgot our little funnel. Now, if you're a first-time jelly maker, you can buy kits for this, and it'll have the little funnel in, it'll have the jar lifter, it'll have all that wonderful stuff in it together. You gotta make sure that you get the rings on good. Oh boy, that's good. Now generally, this will make about 6 of these. I don't think I really need that right now. I'm going to lay that over there. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea how good this tastes. And yes, I'm very messy when I make jelly. It's okay. It'll wash up. So good, so good. Another lid. Oops. Okay, and then they need to be in this water bath for at least 5 minutes. And then I'll show you what we do after that. I'm going to just go to this point now. It's quicker because we're getting down to the end of the jelly. That one, and I've got one last jar in here.
You need your...
Oh, I need my little funnel. I always forget that. And let's pour this in here. Okay, so see, that did make 6 jars of, let me turn that little pot off since we're done with that. 6 jars of jelly. Just from a little half cup of pokeberry juice. Now, I've never tried making it full strength because that's not how the old recipe I found reads. So, okay, so now we are going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to pull this up a second so I can set my timer for 5 minutes. And can you hear that noise? Those are the jars. It's starting to boil in there, and those are the jars clinking together. So then what I like to do is, let me get a little dish here. This is the little dish I had the pectin in. We'll wash it off real quick. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to clean up my stove, aren't I? Anyway, what I like to do is I like to take all these little bits and pieces that are still in the pot, well, before they have a chance to harden. And there's not much. It's just a little tiny bit. But I like to put it in the little thing here. And then that way I can have some already. That is like, so, so good. So I'll let that harden so I can have that on bread. And I will clean up a little bit while we wait for this to finish bubbling. Okay, our timer says that we have been 5 minutes. Let's shut that off. Take our lid, and yes, it's merrily bubbling along. So we reach down in here. Let me shut this off too, actually. Whew, that is hot. Hang on a second. Let me pull this forward a little bit away from the heat source so it won't bubble quite so badly. And now I gotta get somebody away from everybody else so I can get them out of there. Okay, so now we're gonna set them on this towel, and if we're lucky, and we've done this all right, they will start popping. And that tells you that they're sealed. Whoa! And then of course Pam just dropped her thing in there. Not a problem. We will just take it out and dry it off a little bit. Oh yeah, that's not even that hot. Come on, you silly thing. That one kind of fell over on me. There we go. Let me pull these out from the side a little bit better so I can grab them. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the color of that jelly. Now, if your jelly does not start popping within a few minutes, you can do one of a couple things. You can either put it back in the water bath for some more time, or if you think you can eat it all up real quick, you can just put it in the fridge and start using it. So the water is kind of, I guess I could dab some of the water off the top. There we go. Because as the cool air hits them and the hot stuff inside, pretty soon they'll start going pop, pop, pop. And then you'll see these, I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's these little buttons up. It might be kind of hard to see, but that's what pops down. And realistically, if you're in a rush, you could actually, see, you could do it yourself. That one's actually already, that one probably, well, nope. That one might not seal. There goes that one. We'll see if we can get anybody to seal on their own. But you can kind of like force seal them by just popping the little bubble down, because now, see, there's no popping up and down. That one went down too, so now these two are still And sometimes it can take quite a while. I mean, I've done some jelly where we just set it out, and some of them will pop within, a couple of minutes after taking them out of the water bath, and some of them might pop half an hour later. They're just, each jar is got its own little mind of how soon it wants to seal, I guess. I think. See, that one sealed and it didn't even pop, and I didn't even do anything to that one, and it's down already. So it didn't even make the noise, so there's just that one. We'll just go ahead for there. That way they're all sealed. Let them cool down. And when they're all cooled down, then you can either put a label on the side with your type of jelly. The year is always good. You could put the whole date on if you like, but I always at least put the year and what kind of jelly. And then sometimes I just write it in marker across the top of the lid, because you don't reuse these again when you make more jelly. You just reuse the little rings. You don't reuse these. So anyway, we hope that has been helpful to you. We will post the recipe at the end of the video so that in case you want to make it and you haven't been writing it down as we've been going along, you'll have it. Thank you for watching.